Good morning to all. It will take just 5 minutes more. Sir, please.
Good morning, sirs.
Sir, good morning.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Very good morning, sir. Very good morning. And now I welcome distinguished guest, today's speaker, Thakur. And I welcome all the startups for today's invited lecture, expert lecture. And I have seen, I forwarded to take the benefit of this lecture to some of the higher dignitaries. Dr. B.M. Khadi, former CICR director, is also here. Nepani, maybe he is joining shortly. Dr. A.J. Sheikh, sir, with the former director of CIRCUT, and Dr. Sharmaji, he is in charge and the principal scientist of GRAPE, NRC GRAPE, and other dignitaries who are joining with us. Nepali sir is connecting now. So I hope this is a very good day and a very good lecture for us, and we have to learn from a dignitary, or so to say guru. I will tell guru rather than any other word. And because I am interacting throughout this REBI program with him, and his keenness and his intellect and his analysis, the way he's doing, still I am a student before him. With these few words, I am stopping here. Now I invite our business manager, Mr. Hemant Ladgaonkar, kindly introduce him. He's with his
Thank you very much, Ashok sir. Good morning to all. Good morning, Thakur sir. I welcome all dignitaries and all participants to this fifth lecture of expert lecture series under AOP for third cohort. Our title for today's session is How to Make Agri Startup Business Effective, which is a very broad covering area. And at the outset, I welcome today's speaker, Dr. N.J. Thakur sir. Let us start today's session with brief introduction of today's speaker. Thakur sir has completed his graduation in BTech Agri Engineering from MPKV Rahuri, MTech from Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur in Crop Sciences, and PhD from Canada in Post Harvest and Food Processing Engineering. Sir has retired in December 2017 as Dean of the Faculty, DBS KKV Dapoli. During his 37 years of service, Sir has worked as many key posts in university bodies as well as many national and international bodies. He's having quite a huge number of research publications, popular articles, TV and talk shows, as well as he trained many students, researchers, and entrepreneurs through number of various training programs. There are many more things and national and international achievements by Thakur sir, which can be mentioned here, but as like all of you, I am also getting eager to listen to Thakur sir. So I do not want to lose more time in detailed introduction. And I just want to express here that whenever I think about Thakur sir, I always think that he is a wise man who knows almost everything about almost everything. Now I request Thakur sir to grace the venue with his knowledge. Over to you, sir, please.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Hemant, and also thank you, Ashok ji. You people have used a lot of words to express my introduction, but probably I may not be exactly like that, but people will have a chance because I am just like you people, a very simple man trying to learn everything from the situations and also trying to live those experiences through my this lifetime and try to implement that in the life. Friends, I'm welcoming you with a very beautiful lotus flower, which is a symbol of love we all have for each other. I welcome you all for a lecture on how to make agri startup business effectively, organized by Agri Business Incubator of ICAR Sirkot Mumbai. This is for today's date. This is just I'm trying to tell that after my retirement, I'm also doing a consultancy, but consultancy is not for making money. It is just to give our technical expertise for those who are in need of that. And this is just like a little social work because then it is keeping me busy in my own field, which gives me pleasure to tell what I'm having to others, which could be useful on their way of life. My today's presentation will be divided into the 4 sections: introduction, business idea and plan, keys to make your business idea and plan success, and I will summarize whatever I have presented today. A startup, let us begin with the word startup. A startup is a company that's in the initial stages of business. Initial stages of business. Founders, the one who is owner of the startup, founders normally finance their startups and may attempt to attract out investment before they get off the ground. Funding sources include maybe from family and friends, venture capitalists, crowdfunding, or bank loans. Banks typically have several specialized options available for small businesses.
काय इथंच आहे तू कुठं
A
आहे
microloan
भेटच
is
नाही
a short-term,
हिंदी झाला
low-interest product tailored for startups. A detailed business plan is often required in order to qualify. I'm just giving emphasis because many times when somebody is making a proposal, they get blocked with the word business plan. So whenever you are submitting your proposal for any funding agency, a detailed business plan is often required in order to qualify. And we are going to discuss that also. Startups must also consider where they will do business and their legal structure. Like you have to mention that you may be from one state and you may do the business somewhere else. So where you are going to do business and the legal structure of your business. Startups comes with high risk as failure is very possible, but they can also be unique places to work with great benefits, a focus on innovation and opportunities to learn. Now, the second word is business. Business is the activity of making one's living or making money by producing and selling products such as goods and services. Business is any activity or enterprise. Business is any activity or enterprise entered into for profit. Always keep this word in your mind. Whenever you are in business, your goal is to make profit. Your goal is to make profit. Don't get compromised with this word. The term business refers to an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. Engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. So business could be anything of this. Businesses can be for-profit entities or they can be non-profit organizations operate to fulfill a charitable mission or further a social cause. Businesses range in small from sole proprietorships to international corporations and can range in size from small to large. Friends, what I'm just trying to make your concepts clear in the different words when we are using in a different terms. I have just told you something about startup. Now I have told you about business. Now, many times the word entrepreneur or entrepreneurship is also coming there. Entrepreneur is a person who makes money by starting or running business, especially when this involves taking financial risks. The entrepreneur is commonly seen as an innovator, a source of new ideas, services, and business or procedures. Many times in our startups, we ask you that what innovation you are having. So you will know the definition of entrepreneur is commonly seen as innovator. He is having some idea in his mind and he want to put it into business, into practice, and to make money from that idea. That is entrepreneur. An entrepreneur combines, what he combines? The land or natural resources, labor, and capital. Please focus on these three inputs. Land, resources, labor, that is human resource, and capital, that is money, to manufacture goods or provide services. It could be in two forms, physically the goods or provide the services. Entrepreneurs typically create a business plan. I want to take a pause here. Many times we ask in our presentations to our all those who are submitting their proposals, what is your business plan? So whenever you are in a business, you have to prepare a business plan. So entrepreneurs typically create a business plan, hire labor, acquire resources, financing, and provide leadership and management for the business. What is the role of entrepreneur? These two words, provide leadership and management. He is the captain of that ship. He is the sole in charge. And what he has to do, provide the leadership. For example, if you don't have these qualities, if you cannot acquire these leadership qualities, then probably you may not be fit to run any good business. So you have to develop in yourself the leadership and management. Management is what? Managing all the resources available to take the full benefit of those resources to the fullest possible. You have to extract from your resources, whether it is a land, whether it is a capital, whether it is a human resources. You have to take. You need to know the value.
Nice, sir.
Process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. So both these two words, the one who is a leader to do the business, and the process is called as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship that proves to be successful in taking on the risks of creating a startup is rewarded with profits, fame, and continued growth opportunities. Here, these are the two words. If the one who is successful, the result will be converted into the profits, fame, that is popularity, and continued growth of the opportunities. And the one which fails in providing the results goes into losses, less prevalence in the markets, those involved. They are not only they are not just getting the losses, but they are also having the less prevalence in the markets. Now, let us come to our word, agribusiness. So far, we saw that what is startup, we saw the business, we saw what is entrepreneur and what is entrepreneurship. Now, agribusiness is a combination of the words agriculture and
Hello.
I am a farmer. Probably I may not be running a agribusiness because I don't have that commercial look, commercial involvement, commercial attitude to make the money from what I'm producing from the farm. Then it is a simple agriculture activity, farming activity. So agribusiness is the business sector. It involves all the steps required to send agricultural good. It involves all the steps required to send agricultural good to market, namely production from the farm, processing of the goods, farm produce, and its distribution. So all these three activities related with the farm or purchasing the goods from the farmer in any mandi, right? And then he is selling it to someone. So that mandi fellow is in agribusiness. that Mandi fellow is in agribusiness because he is taking the commodity from one, then he is putting his efforts to make money from that commodity by selling it to the others. So that is agribusiness. Agribusiness is not limited to farming. Please pay attention here. Many times we get struck with the word agri. Agribusiness is not limited to farming only. It encompasses a broader spectrum through agribusiness system, which includes input supplies, value addition, market, entrepreneurship, microfinancing, agricultural extension, and many more. Anybody who is involved in agriculture, directly or indirectly, is in agribusiness. For example, if some company is supplying seed to the farmers, it is a company making seeds and supplying as an input. So that is the agribusiness. Somebody is providing services like how to grow crops, and he is providing where he has to sell and everything. So even anybody who is a service provider in the agriculture sector is in agribusiness. This is the definition. This is a dynamic and systemic endeavor that serves consumers globally and locally through innovation and management. Through innovation and management of multiple value chains and deliver various goods and services derived from sustainable orchestration of food, fiber, and natural resources. Food, fiber, and natural resources. If you are making a honey by keeping a honeybees on your farm, still it could be an agribusiness. And I'm just to simplify what agribusiness, what are the different types and activities with the help of this diagram. If you see at the top, I don't know whether it is visible to you all or not. The first is seed, fertilizers, pesticides, machinery and equipment, water, power or fuel, feed, services. These are all the inputs to agricultural. These are all inputs to the production in agriculture system. So if you are in any one of these, still you are in agribusiness. Here, this is the production system on the farm. And this production system is again divided into 4 segments: crop production, livestock production, forestry production, or fishery production. So all these 4 different segments are again in the agribusiness. All these 4 segments again are in the agribusiness. Now, once these 4, they are doing the production of that, then it goes to the marketing or trade or consumption. The ultimate use of what consumption, whether it is to be consumed as a food or feed. Yes?
Sir, can I just stop your video?
Sure.
Due to bad network, sometimes your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir, you can continue.
Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whether we are making a food or feed from these different 4 sectors, still they are in the agribusiness. Now, what is in marketing, trade, or consumption? One segment is the marketers, the one is the processors, and the other is imports. And all these 3 are under this marketing, trade, and ultimate use for the consumption. And some part of this marketing is going or written on the farm or in the rural area itself. So from here, there are two outlets. One is retained, the other is again going into the three outlets. Now from these three outlets, we are having food use, non-food use, or exports. Now I just want to make it a little clear here. Probably you may have some blockage in your mind, how imports could be agribusiness and how export could be agribusiness. For example, I'm just giving one practical example. India is the largest producer of cashew, processor of cashew, consumer of cashew, importer of the cashew, and also exporter of the cashew. Now you may have confusion in your mind, how it could be importer in the largest number and also we are exporter in the largest number. What we do, we import the cashew nut from the different countries, particularly African countries. We process them based on the technologies we are having with us. And again, we export the cashew. We export the cashews. So it is like in agribusiness, we do import also and we do export also. Now, the same diagram, I have tried to divide into three segments for which normally the applications are invited from different agribusiness incubation centers all over the country. And these are, the first green is like a production segment, which covers agriculture, horticulture, natural resource management, sustainable agriculture or organic farming, animal husbandry, dairying, fishery, precision farming, and agri-biotech, agri-input tools and technologies, which includes agriculture engineering, micro-irrigation, farm mechanization, and all that. These all are production system, so I put them under one group. And anybody of these, or anybody who want to do the business in any of these words are under the agribusiness, for agribusiness startup. The second area, whatever we are having a production, we can have the post-harvest processing and technology. We can have a food processing technology. Now here, don't get confused with these two words. Post-harvest processing and technology could be right from the harvesting of the crop or the fish or the animal or whatever from the farm, and whatever the techniques and tools we are applying them in the supply chain, that could be any post-harvest. And food processing is also the part of post-harvest. But here we are using the processing technologies so as to convert the commodity into a valuable food. So food processing technology. For example, tomato. For tomato, we may have the different post-harvest processing technologies so as to bring that commodity to the close of food processing plant. And when you are making any ketchup or simply you are making a puree, this could be food processing. And from the puree, again, puree is the raw material for the different ketchup making factories. So the same product from here, it is going here and again it is further processed. Supply chain management is the part of this agribusiness and farm retailing. Waste to wealth, whatever the byproduct utilization or waste utilization we are doing of the farm produce is waste to wealth. For example, we are having a lot of, after taking the crops, you are taking the grains or the fruits or the vegetables which are the edible, can be marketed. At the same time, there is the other material which is not useful, cannot be marketed, still lying on the farm. It could be utilized to convert its one form to the other. For example, we can make a very good pellets from the cotton waste. So waste to wealth. Other area, for example, you are having a fish, you are doing the fish processing, and after the processing, a lot of waste material is there, which could be utilized for making a good organic manure or the fish for manure by converting waste to wealth. And secondary agriculture, whatever after the production, what besides these points of the fourth one, whatever else we are doing on that, it could be a secondary agriculture, comes under the agribusiness. And the last part is the service providing organizations. Transfer of technology under the agriculture extension education, or educating the people, providing the training, whatever the technologies we are having in the agriculture, whether it is a production technology or a processing technology. These technologies are transferred to the consumers, those who want to use it. So agriculture extension education, how to make use of it. Internet of Things, that is IoT, ICT, and artificial intelligence in agriculture. So all these are the service providers. They could be called as agribusiness as long as we are making use of those services for the agriculture. Agricultural commerce, agri clinics, and farm health services. So now it may be very clear in your mind what is a startup, what is business, what is entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship, and what is agribusiness startup, the focus areas. Now let us move to the business idea. Now, when you business plan, you need to have something in your mind. Like, I am a layman. I have a degree from food process engineering. So far, I was providing my academic role, just doing the teaching, research, and extension or transfer of technology. Now, something is coming in my mind, how I can make use of this, my knowledge as a business. Something come in my mind. When something comes in your mind, we call it as an idea, right? And if it is related with making money, then we call it as a business idea. Because whenever the word business is there, it is always on the other part is the money, is the profit. So a business idea is a concept that can be used for financial gain. Which gain? Financial gain. That is usually centered on a product or service. We have just discussed in the last slide, product, like whatever farm produce we are having, production or processing will give you a product. And the last segment, if service to increase the efficiency of that product, that is a service provider. And the gain is we want to make money from that. And idea is the first milestone. An idea is the first milestone in the process of building a successful business. Friends, take an example. If you want to hire a taxi, if you want to hire a auto, if you go 20 years back, you have to come on the road, give hand to any taxi or auto rickshaw, and if it is empty, it will stop and then you will go. Right? Now, it may have in somebody's mind the way we are having, how it will be better, like I am sitting in my office and the moment I go out, before I'm going out, if I can get a auto or taxi just waiting outside for me, just for me. This is an idea. This idea was picked up by Uber, right? And he could make a good business. So an idea is the first milestone in the process of building a successful business. The characteristics of a promising business idea are, it needs to be innovative. It needs to be unique. See, by making a use of this IoT, you can get a pizza in your home So it needs to be unique. Problem solving. It needs to solve the problem, whatever the issue we are having in the world. It needs to be profitable. These three are taking to make a profit. And the last, it needs to be understandable, because the idea for the one whom you are developing needs to be understandable. A business idea is often linked to its creator. A business idea is often linked to its creator, Uber, Amazon, right? So a business idea is often created to its creator, who needs to identify the business proposition in order to launch to market and establish competitive advantage. For example, there are two systems, Microsoft and Macintosh, Apple. Both these systems are different. Whatever the package you can use on an Apple cannot be used on a Microsoft versions, the other these. So you need to have a competitive advantage. A business idea is the first spark of entrepreneurship. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, your first spark is business idea. Now the meaning of innovation. Many times we have a blockage whenever we are, many of our these attendants who are presenting there, and the people ask questions, what is innovation in your product? And we get blocked. For example, I am making a tomato ketchup. So what is innovation? Because everybody is making tomato ketchup. So I don't find that what innovation, but still innovation may be lying below there. We need to or identify on what basis I am making that, how my tomato ketchup will be different than the others. So for businesses, this could mean creating new ideas, new product development through research and development, or improving existing services. So anywhere that idea is lying there, and that idea itself is an innovation. Innovation can be the central focus of a business, and this can help them to grow and become a market leader. Based on your business idea and innovation, you can become a market leader if they execute their ideas properly. Idea may be good, but the implementation, execution, if it is improper, probably you may not find a good success. So equal important word is properly. Businesses that are focused. Businesses that are focused on innovation are usually more efficient, cost-effective, and productive. Please, all the entrepreneurs, those who want to enter into business, see the result of innovation is more efficient, cost-effective, and productive. That means all these three words we are testing before we are implementing our idea into business. And we need to know that what different I'm having than the others. Successful innovation should be built into the business strategy, where you can create a culture of innovation and drive forward creative problem solving. Examples of innovation. Now here it will be very clear. Apple was a $2 billion company in 1997. $2 billion in 1997. Then it is jumped to a $700 billion valuation in 2000. I think, is it visible there? Because I'm not. As a result,
Yes.
Because of this participants list, I'm not, it's not visible for me, the last one. So result of innovation that came from the MacBook, iPod, iPad, and iPhone. Yeah, thank you. For your knowledge, I don't know how many of you know that this, I just take a minute just to increase your general knowledge. Do you know how iPhone is different than many other phones? If you lose your iPhone, besides you, nobody second person can use it, even if he steal it. Nobody second person can use your iPhone, even if you lose it or somebody steals it. That is the beauty of the innovation of that Apple company. Second thing, I'm just telling story for your knowledge. Just a few years back, these United States of America, USA, got some iPhones from their smuggling or the terrorist team, and they want to know the data from the iPhone. They went to the Apple company. Now, what I'm telling story is very important. They went to the Apple company and requested them that please unlock this data and give us what they call it as a in the this IT industry, they would like you crack the software, right? So Apple company said, sorry. What Apple company said? Sorry. To whom? The United States of America, where the person is making business. It is not possible in India. It is very difficult to say sorry to the government of India in our country. Yes, Apple can say sorry to the United States of America. And why she said, why that organization said sorry? Because our contract with our consumer is that our information will not be shared with second person except the owner. So USA said, no problem. You just keep your promise. We have and we can find out. And that's why the Apple also said, yes, we know that you have the ways. You try your ways and you can find. We will not make any botheration for that. But from my side as a Apple, I cannot share with you, right? This is the innovation, the importance of the word innovation. Tesla built an electric car. Second example of the innovation. Tesla built an electric car with exceptional aesthetics and efficiency, which has helped build the electric sports car company on a market capitalization of $33 billion, with revenues up to 54% since 2014. Since 2014, that means only 7 years. Only 7 years. $33 billion. Uber, the example which I gave you, Uber was founded in 2009 and has become a $50 billion company in how many years? Just 6 years. With its simple yet unusual idea of getting a taxi with the price that has completely revolutionized the way we book taxis. Now everybody agree with this, right? And see, in 6 years, 50 billion. And this business is only service provider. Doesn't have own land, doesn't have own capital, or like the way we are looking for any business. It is not a physical production of any good. It is a service provider. In 6 years, $50 billion. These successful companies were built on sheer innovation. And we can see how valuable they have become in the short time they have been around or have been focusing on innovation. Now, just this is a comparison. When Tesla's value is compared to that of General Motors, you know that General Motors is one of the big company in the vehicle industry. When Tesla's value is compared to that of General Motors, we see that the market capitalization of General Motors is $54 billion today. $54 billion, I'm just, in which the company has been around since 1908. So almost 110 years, 113 years. Whereas Tesla was founded in 2003 and has achieved 50% of General Motors value within 12 years only, within 12 years. So this is the impact of innovation. Many times we are also coming to the word, what is your USP? Unique selling proposition. Please, all those who are listening, particularly our startup fellows, many times we ask the questions and the person gets blocked because he didn't study it deeply, because he is simply making the proposal. A unique selling point is the factor that makes a company or a product stand out from its competitors. You are different than your competitors in a whatever way, whether it is in the terms of idea, whether it is terms of packaging, whether in terms of communication, whatever may be, than your fellow competitors. And that is the uniqueness for selling your product. Whether it is through pricing, quality, customer service, or innovation. The best example, I don't know how many of the listeners, but being I am staying in Pune and many of Maharashtrians, if they visit Pune and then they try to pick up the Bakarwadi from Chitale. Bakarwadi from Chitale. And even today it is the record that they whatever they produce in the morning gets finished in on the same day. And that's why they are having now the 2 ways. From their stalls they finish. So to the many other agencies, they are having a nice packaging and quality and customer service. So everybody gets, like, you can pick up it from any other stores by knowing the shelf life of that. So this is the unique selling point than the other competitors. There are so many different Bakarwadis available, but Chitale at the top. And this is the meaning of that unique selling proposition. Each successful company has a unique selling proposition. A USP can be created through the element of being first to a market. For example, Uber was the first company to allow the taxi cab hailing via mobile app. Because Uber had reached this market first, it had a USP and therefore it received a loyal customers. Problem solving. Your business idea needs to be the 4th point, problem solving. Business ideas that solve problems are fundamental to developing the world, and companies such as QRmark are one of many who do this. QRmark is the name of company and it will be clear here. QRmark is a biotech company founded by John Fallon, who noticed that a lot of the children she treated were low on an enzyme for processing protein, and since then she has quit her job with some organization and has built her own company, QRmark, to solve this problem. Built a own company, QRmark, to solve this problem. So your business idea needs to be CureMark has now raised $50 million and is on its way to solving a problem that truly exists. And the last is profitability. If you are in business, your first aim is really to make some profit from it. Profitability is a business ability. It is the ability of that business to generate earnings. If you spend 1 rupees and if you get 1.5, it is earning by 0.5. To generate, that business has generated the earning of 0.5. To generate earnings compared to its cost over a certain period of time. That time value is always there because nobody can, whatever you spend today may not have your earning on the same day. This is possibly the most important aspect of any business idea. This is possibly the most important aspect of any business in the long term, as what makes a business survive in order to keep having the impact that it has. Profitable ideas need a strong revenue stream against its cost. And this tends to create the success of the business. However, some companies defy these and make losses begin with. It are still exceptional business ideas that are worth billions. And I can, like sometimes know somebody try to begin with the losses. And one beautiful and popular example from our country is Nirma powder. Nirma powder was spending more money on the advertisement. And in the initial 2 to 3 years, it was in the negative. But afterwards, it was just making a business. But that was the business idea. Now, how to build a business plan? Business planning is an ongoing problem-solving process. It is an ongoing problem-solving process. When you are in the business, whether small startup, whether a seed stage, whatever you are having, is ongoing. So it is a continuous process, problem-solving process. The process is for what? For solving the problem. You may have some problem in your business, and to solve that problem, you have to do the business planning. That can identify business challenges and opportunities that apply to your marketing, operations, human resources, and finances. The problems may be anywhere, maybe in a problem in marketing, maybe in operations, maybe in human resources, and maybe in finances. And develop strategic objectives based on the feedback you are having from these problems or issues. Strategic objectives to move your business beyond its current situation toward your future business vision. Whatever the problem or the issue you are facing, you want to remove that and look for the future business vision. You want to come out and you want to solve it and then go a little up so that that issue or that problem will not be there again. Use your business plan to make regular or seasonal marketing, human resources, and finance decisions. So use this plan to solve all the issues you may arrive while doing your business in these 4 different segments. Pursue long-term personal, economic, environmental, and community goals. You will see that many of the industries or the business people, they always do their business planning, make some changes for their long-term personal goals, economic goals, environmental goals, or community goals. Develop a business profile for communicating within. to have a good communication within the organization, in marketing, in operations, in human resources, and in finance. Like you are in touch with and you are having a good communication from 1 to 2, those who are concerned, not with everyone. So develop a business profile for communicating within or outside, like with your clients, customers, financiers, bankers. These are the outside. Your family to potential business partners and customers. So to do the business planning, we are having a planning tasks, and there are the 5. The first one is identify values. What is important to you? You need to find out what is important for you, the most important, and its value. So this will help you in making the planning task. Review history and take stock of your current situation. If you are already in the business, make review. If you are beginner, then you just find out what have you got, like whatever the things you are having with you, whether it is a business idea, your potential, the human resources, your friends, your family, your partners, so many things are going in your mind. So make a review of that. When we say the review history means based on your relations with them, you jot it down, note down which are good, which are bad, and take the good one. So what have you got with you? Clarify your vision, what you want to do. Clarify your vision. Develop a mission statement. Once you know the vision, the meaning of the vision is Durdrushti. Whatever you are looking for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you try to look in your inner eye, develop your vision, clarify it, develop a mission statement. Once you have a very clear vision, develop a mission statement, and then based on the mission statement and vision, jot down the goals, what you want to do. Where do you want to go? Up to what distance? Up to what? So what is important to you? What you have got? Where do you want to go? These are the 3. Once you know the answers for these, strategic planning and evaluation, the answers you are having, you try to do the planning and evaluate it this way or that way. No, many times we make a drawing and see from this angle, that angle, no, like that. So when you make a makeup and you see from different angles. So planning and evaluation. What routes can you take to get where you want to go? When you see those different things from different angles, then you will know that out of those different angles, which route is good for you. And the last, present, implement, and monitor. Whatever you did, monitor, plan, and evaluation, you present it, implement it, and monitor it. These, based on these 4 points, developed business plan, present it, implement it, monitor it. Which route will you take and how you will check your progress along the way? So you have decided which way you want to go. You are having answers for all these 4. So you have did it, and then you are finally to present it to any financer within the company, outside the company. Planning task. The just meaning of whatever we have saw in this, it is elaborated here. Within each planning task, the 4 key functional planning areas are addressed: marketing, operations, human resources, and finances. For example, whenever you are having these 5 steps, whenever you are having values, you are taking the review of your situation, your vision, statement, and goals, your planning and evaluation, what you have to ask every time in your mind is, you have to think from marketing point of view, operations point of view, human resource, and finances point of view. Like all these 4 angles are always in your mind, and for every point in planning task 1, you and your planning team includes family, business partners, and lenders. will identify the values that bring each of you to the table. Here the value, well, the meaning of the value is not only money. It is the skills, thinking power, physical value, so many different things. Planning task to ask you and your team to document business history. Whatever you are thinking it on the paper. So document it and take stock of your current situation. In planning task 3, you will clarify a future vision for your business as well as develop goals and a mission statement that reflect the values you identify in planning task 1. Like your goals may go on changing depending on the time. Whatever you are having so far, you are again sitting back, you are looking to the vision, you are changing your business plan and developing goals. You are reflecting their values in the statement. Planning task 4 addresses the crux of your business plan. Crux, center, heart of your business plan. The development and evaluation of the strategic marketing, operations, human resources, and financing alternatives. Finally, the last task number 5, you will pull everything of these 4 together into a written business plan. And this is called a business plan. I think probably I'm trying to make you to understand what when you want to make a business plan, you have to go through these 4 points and you will arrive at the end in the point number 5 as a business plan. Planning task. Identify why you are developing a business plan. Based on your position in the business life cycle, wherever you are, whether you are a beginner, you have started KG, first standard, second standard, third standard, in whatever position you are looking back to that. So what do you want to accomplish? So you are asking yourself again, what I want to accomplish. You need to explore a critical finance or operations related challenge that you currently face. So like to accomplish that, whatever the challenges you are having, you are looking back to them, you are working on them. If the minuses are there, how you can remove it. If the plus are there, the strength is there, how you can make best use of that. Research on a perceived marketing opportunity. Then based on the research backup you are having, how you can go for a better market opportunity. And last, prepare for an anticipated internal change in human resources. Prepare for anticipated, whatever you have decided today, very soon, within a month, 2 or 3 or a year or 2, you are going to make changes in your human resources because you can't do the change in a day. So it says that prepare for anticipated internal change in human resources. Planning task 2. Who will be involved in developing your business plan? Your planning should ideally be done as a team. Don't do everything by yourself. Involve the persons who are as a team. You know their values, you know their strength. Hello? Yes, Eamon?
Sir, you can continue.
Yeah. Your planning should ideally be done as a team. This will not only enrich brainstorming, but it will also secure support. It will also secure support for your plan by those who are involved in the operation. Your planning team can be thought of as business stakeholders, those people who play a key role in your operation or who will be involved in business and personal decisions. For example, you are making and you are selling some product in the market. The one who is a consumer, and some of consumers, if you take their ideas, they are your stakeholders in developing your business plan. So stakeholders often include family members, employees, partners, renters, other producers, landlords, customers, resource organizations like academic organizations, input dealers, lenders, community members, and veterinarians or other technical experts. So see, the definition of a stakeholder is such a very wide, and you need to involve based on the values of those different people from the different segments. You can involve them while developing your business plan. These critical stakeholders should be considered for making your business plan as a planning team. And the last, identify values. I told you here the meaning of the values is not only money. What are they and how are they? What are they and how are they important to the planning process? Know their values. Somebody may be very intelligent, somebody may be very strong, somebody may have a very good and quick thinking, somebody may have a good vision, right? So you know their values as your team of the business plan. Your values are critical to the business planning process. They will guide you through business management choices and personal decisions as you dream a future vision, set goals, consider strategic alternatives, and develop monitoring checkpoints. These, you need to know the values of these. Make use of those values to solve these problems while making your business plan. Values are the standards. Standards, different standards, beliefs or qualities that you consider worth. So they are very worthful for you in terms of the standards. They know the different standards of your product. For that, if somebody knows very well, that fellow is valuable for you. Some people have a good beliefs on some or the other things. And if he knows and you believe that, yes, he is having and you agree with that, so he is valuable for that. Some people have a very good qualities, discipline and everything, ethical values. So those qualities are valuable for you. So you consider them as worth for upholding or pursuing your business. They are not goals. These values are not goals, but instead can be thought of as something that reflects your view on life or a judgment about what you find important. Like whatever you are making, for that, all these are important because whatever you are thinking in your judgment, these things are important. And whatever you think for your life or your judgment, actually, it is coming from your mind to make it as a business idea, business plan, to convert it into idea into plan. Now, this is the important. So far, whatever I told you was like a more theoretical. Like I was trying my efforts to make you clear about the different terms and what's the importance of those terms for you when you are thinking to make any business. Now here, these are the keys. Though I'm trying to tell them in a theoretical way, but here you are the one who is going to hold the arrow and put it in your bow. So here you have to be very practical. You have to put your heart. I'm just trying to put my heart to convince you in the next topics, but you have to try to know the butter in that milk, extract it, understand it, adopt it, and put it into your business. And then your agri startup business will only be effective. Your business will only be effective. And this is I have taken from a very wonderful book I'm going to tell you at the end. 5 key factors. Friends, how many fingers you are having in your hand? 5. The 5 fingers of your hand represent the 5 key factors. 5 key factors If you don't remember the word key, then I'm just trying to tell in simple Hindi or Marathi, ये आपके हाथ में 5 अलग अलग चाबियां है, 5 अलग अलग तिजोरी की 5 अलग अलग चाबियां है। जब आप खोलेंगे तो उसमें से आपको खजाना मिलेगा और वो खजाना ही आपको प्रॉफिट के रास्ते पे ले जाएगा। The 5 fingers represent the 5 key factors every entrepreneur dreaming of success must master. जिनको किसी को भी बिजनेस में सक्सेस लाना है तो they need to master all these 5 key factors. उसके ऊपर उनको मास्टरी करना है, उसको एक्वायर करना है। भले एक दिन में नहीं आएगा लेकिन बस करना ही है। Excuse me. The first finger, the thumb, stands for a strength of character. This is the most important for those who are in business. Actually, it is important for every one of us. But when you are in business, you are always looking for money. And the moment you find something wrong, then you lose your temper. Here, the meaning of the word character is from that your temperament and the strength of that temperament. The first thumb stands for strength of character. Without it, entrepreneurs cannot withstand the inevitable failures. Which failures? Inevitable. You can't avoid. When you are running business, failure is going to be there. Failure and disappointments are going to be there. They are the part of the business. They are the part of the business. And to sustain, to bear that, you need to have the strength of character that come with creating something out of nothing. So if there are any inevitable failures and disappointments, make yourself strong enough, improve your temperament such that you are strong enough to sustain that loss, that failure, that disappointment. Second finger, the index finger, stands for focus. If you are having this and you are very acquainted with this, or you are trying to develop this, entrepreneurs must have the proper focus to really succeed. Any athletics, anyone, even a driver, if he doesn't have a good focus while driving, you know that he's going to meet with an accident. As you are running a business, whether it is a very small or a very big, if you are focused on your business, then you are definitely going to get a success with the help of your strength of character and focus together. So we got these two. The third one, middle finger, the longest finger, is all about the brand. What is the brand? Who you are, who are working with you.
Hello, Thakur sir. Am I audible? Hello. Dear participants, please pardon for a moment. I think there may be some network issues. Hello, Thakur sir is joining in few moments. Please bear. Dear participants, Thakur sir is joining in few moments. I think he's having some electricity issue. He's joining. Meanwhile, let me share with you whatever your doubts you can ask him very frankly. He's a hardcore teacher, so he will be happy to answer your all questions. Okay. Yes, he has joined. Just a second. Yes, Thakur sir, you are connected now.
Yeah, is it you can mute this participants list?
Yes, just a second. Your PPT is visible, sir. No issue.
Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
But for me, it looks like a. Slideshow format में नहीं है ना.
Now,
Now is. I
Yes.
think it is visible now.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, shall I start?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was trying to tell about the keys to success, and we were. I don't remember when I lost my network, but did I cover the index finger focus?
We were at middle finger, the longest finger, about brand.
Okay. Thank you, Eamon. The middle finger, the longest finger, is all about the brand, which reflects what you stand for. Like whatever the values you are having, that is the most important for you as a brand, for your product, your business, your entrepreneurship, your services, whatever you are doing. So that is the brand, that is very important. The ring finger is about relationships, like how to find a good someone you want to find, and at the same time, be a good partner, how you are good with the other fellow, and build different types of relationships to achieve the success. So this is the most important point, not only for business, even to develop the relationships in your day-to-day life. The little finger is about little things, little things can become a big things, and that count to set entrepreneur on a course of exponential success. Like any little thing, if you count, then you are just on the path of a very exponential success, not the straight success, but exponential. The rate is at a exponential speed. And for friends, I'm just use this diagram. Probably you can take a pause here. Is it visible? Is this diagram is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So the thumb is strength of character. First finger is focus. Second or the middle finger is brand. Fourth finger is relationships. And the last one is little, which is very small on our hand also. Little things that are also equally important and that count in our business. And these are the names of that, just for your ready reference. Strength of character, focus, brand, relationships, and little things that count. Now, we were talking, just we are going to see all these one by one, just to make our understanding more stronger and try to, it will help you to adopt it in your business. Emotional maturity and strength of character. Why it is important? The thumb represents your emotional maturity and strength of character. Without the thumb, the other four fingers lack the stability to handle the daily challenges. If you don't have these, even if you are having the other fours, they won't able to handle stability of your business. The ups and downs, wins and losses, whatever happening in your business. If you are not having this emotional maturity and strength of character, with time to any day, you are going to lose your business. So this is the first. If you want to sustain your business and you want to walk it for a very, very long vision and you want to achieve it, you need to have a emotional maturity and strength of character. Sacrifice is the price person pays for success. The examples: doctors, athletes, music, idols, movie stars, social leaders, etc. They have to sacrifice something. If you ask, I remember about that Neeraj Chopra and how far he was going to achieve his practices and what kind of food he used to sacrifice just to maintain the health. Entrepreneurs must learn. As a business person, you must learn how to handle stress and fear. How to handle stress and fear. Stress and fear must motivate. Whatever stress you are having and whatever fear you are having, you have to make use of that stress or fear positive. You have to make use of stress and fear positive as a business person than the others. They need to be factors motivate you to become creative, learn faster, and increase their knowledge about people and business. And a very good example for you business people, that Thomas Edison, many of you may be knowing, but if you forgot that, he is the person who invented the light. So Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb and founder of General Electric Company. Which company? We just saw that, 1908. Founder of General Electric Company. He once said, I have not failed. What he said? I have not failed. I have found 10,000 ways that don't work. Actually, while inventing the bulb, he failed 10,000 times. Friend, not once, twice, thrice, 4, 50 or 100. 10,000 times he failed to invent a light bulb. And how he is looking his failure? He says that I have found 10,000 ways that don't work. And this type of thinking will give you stress and fear as a motivation. Stress and fear as a motivation. This type of thinking will provide you strength of character. You understand the meaning of the strength of character and how it is important? Entrepreneurs must be very fast learners. Whatever you observe, whatever you see around you, you have to see, observe, and learn from that. And seekers of new knowledge, innovation, and ideas. Fear is the entrepreneur's motivation to learn. See, this is what a beautiful word it is. Fear is the entrepreneur's motivation. Fear is the entrepreneur's motivation. If you repeat this word many times, you will not have any, you will not lose your temperament for any disappointment or loss in your business, but you will develop from that. You will strengthen your temperament, you will strengthen your maturity, and you are one day definitely going to a big business person. If fear paralyzes you, on the other hand, if fear paralyzes you, better keep your daytime job. Don't enter into any business. The meaning of this is the American word, keep your daytime job. Means just don't go for any business, because in business you have to work day and night. In business, you have to work day and night. So keep your daytime job. Don't enter into any business. The word of business is one of the most hostile. Remember this word. The world of business is one of the most hostile, vicious, and dangerous. Hostile, vicious, dangerous. If I want to tell you in Marathi, this is tarevarchi kasrat. So if you want to do any business, you always try to tell that you are walking on a wire. It is hostile, vicious, and dangerous. The moment you are acquainted with these three words, if you develop your temperament, definitely you are going to be a very stronger, you are going to be very mature than others. Success comes from failure, not from memorizing the right answers. Friend, see this sentence. Those who are very clever students, no, IAS officers, they are having the 200 or 400 or 1000 marks. They are mugging for 2 to 3 years, UPSC, MPSC, all that, right? And they become the topmost officers of the country, administrative officers, right? So they have been evaluated only because they shall not make any mistake. They give the right answers. They are having less mistakes. They get good marks, and they are the administrative officers. But friend, the administrative officers are not going to be the good business persons. Do you know why? Because they have never been exposed to the failures. They have been taught only to minimize the mistakes, right? But success comes from failure. Now here the meaning of the success here is for our business success. Success is a very relative term. Any athletics may get a good success by adopting so many different hardships. Now here our topic is how to make our business successful, effective. So success comes from not from memorizing the right answers. So business grows only if the entrepreneur grows. If you grow, then the business grows. If you are not have any growth in your thought, in your idea, in your thinking, in your values, so many things, in your temperament, then the business is not going to grow. So business grows only if the entrepreneur grows. Friends, it is very simple. We all make mistakes. Mistakes are important because when we fail, we have the opportunity to discover and develop our emotional maturity and improve our strength of character. See, even in our day-to-day life, mistakes are telling you how you can develop your temperament, how you can develop your maturity. In school, making mistakes is bad. I told you, if you want to earn more marks, 100 out of 100, you are not allowed to make any mistake, whatever you have been given in your questions. So in school, making is bad. The student who make the fewest mistakes are called smart, intelligent, clever. The rank may be number 1, right? This is very good for your academic life, school life. Friend, you have gathered here to become a businessman. You have gathered here to do a good business. You have gathered here to know something, how you can be a good entrepreneur, how, if you are having any business you are doing, how you can make it very effective so that you can have a good profit in your business. So, friends, in the world of business, making a mistake, admitting the mistake, and then learning how to turn that bad luck into good luck is essential for success. So, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, successful business person, successful agri startup business, making a mistake, admitting the mistake, and then learning how to turn that bad luck is essential to make your business successful, make your business effective. So-called smart, well-educated people do not do well in business. Please remember, well-educated people, those who are getting 100 out of 100, are not very successful. There may be exception, but normally if you take a sample of 100, you will find that they are not very successful in business. They are smart in the world of classroom, but are not smart in the world of business. This is, we are not trying to differentiate between the educated people and business people. This is, I'm trying to tell you where the butter is in the milk. Are you interested in the milk or are you interested in the butter? If you are interested in the butter of the milk, then you are a business person. And if you are a business person, then you try to adopt these things. Don't lose your temperament. Develop your strength. So inside every mistake is a gem of wisdom. Try to see that butter in the milk. Emotional maturity. Try to take a feedback. Entrepreneurs are always taking feedback, especially from their customers, bankers, workers, and sales team. Without straightforward feedback, entrepreneurs cannot make sound business. So don't lose your temperament if somebody is telling you that your product is very bad. We are getting a smell. A sales team, one of the member from your sales team is telling that, suppose you are having any food product and it is smelling very bad. Don't lose your temperament. That straightforward feedback is going to be valuable for you. If the entrepreneurs is surrounded by yes people, the business is in a very big trouble. Suppose you are interested only in a positive answers from your all these business partners, then you are mind for sure that you are going to be in a very big trouble. You need to, do you remember the word of Tukaram Maharaj? Nindakache ghara asave shezari. So the one who is giving you any negative thing for your business, take it, think on it, look it from different angles. That could be a business, that could be an issue, that could be a problem for you. You want to make your business plan operative. Sit down, collect all the valuable people of your team, give a brainstorming to that, solve that issue, incorporate into your business plan, change the business plan, and again, develop your product. Responsibility. One of the greatest attributes entrepreneur can have is an intense sense of responsibility. Many times what happens, if something goes wrong somewhere, we try to blame that fellow. You as a captain of the ship has to take the responsibility. Even the fault is not yours, but ultimately, because he is the member of your team, you have to take the responsibility. So you have to be very free to accept any responsibility. Don't blame others. In business and in life, this is an area one can work on. As soon as responsibility for all that you touch. See here, the meaning is you touch, because if some of your team member is in your team, in your business, you are touching, you are in touch with that person, right? As a captain, as a owner of the business, the power is in your hands to make it extraordinary. Second finger, focus. Focus is essential to success, and successful people are people who can focus. See these two statements. If you want to success, you need focus. And successful people are people who are having with them focus. Focus is essential to success, and successful people are people who can focus. Focus identified as, now this one is very important as a business person for you. The definition of focus, the 5 words, FOCUS. Focus defined as, for F, follow, for O, one, for C, course, for U, until, and for S, successful. Focus one course until. So don't go for second course. The meaning of this is follow one course completely till you are achieving success into that. Once you are successful into that, then go for second. Go for second. I remember one word for this. There were 3 yes, and that was start, stick, finish. Start, stick, finish. Means take something one, stick up to that, complete it, and once it is finished, then go for the second. Most entrepreneurs fail. Most entrepreneurs fail because they lack the strength of character. So far we have discussed, that is our thumb, represented by the thumb, and the power of focus together. The lacking of strength and lacking of the focus, the ability to stay on course until successful. Why they fail? Because they neither have the strength and they neither have the focus. These two together cannot bring any success if you don't have these two with you. Focus gave you the power to stay calm, think clearly, and act decisively. Here there is a spelling mistake. Instead of cat, it is a act. So calm, so stay calm, which is required in your life also. Even if you are having a fight with your wife, you have to stay that the thumb is with you, temperament is with you, strength is with you. So it will help you to stay calm, think clearly. It will help you to think clearly. You can in a position to take decision. Hire specialist. The meaning here is don't do everything by yourself. Don't do everything by yourself. wherever you are, experts are available, hire specialists to do the task and the work. It is your job to lead them. That means hire them and lead them. Don't do by yourself. What is your job? To lead them. As a captain of ship, give the directives to everyone so that the journey is marching ahead progressively. Set your sights and aim high. Sights, that is vision, है ना? Clarity, and aim, both things high. They need not to be medium or low. Work to learn, not to earn. Work to learn, not to earn. That means you have to work always time for learning, not only for earning. So work to learn, not to earn. Analyze why things go right and why things go wrong. Analyze why things go right and why things go wrong. Successful people focus on goals that are bigger than themselves. Set your aim high. Set your sights high. Successful people focus on goals that are bigger than themselves. Focusing on bigger goals creates bigger people. This is the quote by a famous business people in the USA, Trump and Kiyosaki. Third person, third finger, brand. That is the largest finger. Great brands are genuine, meaningful, different. They are genuine. Genuine has a lot of values. If you see the meaning, there it's purity and so many other things. Meaningful. For every meaning, they are full of meaning, and they are different. Different means different than the others for the same product, same material, same service. So they are the different. And when these three words are there in your product or in your service, then you are a valuable brand. Brand is not a logo. Brand is not a logo. A brand is the promise you are providing to your customer through these three terms: genuine, meaningful, and different. So a brand is the promise you put out there, and the experience. Based on your experience, you are achieving genuineness, you are meaningful, and you are different than the others. So your experience is a brand while promising your product or service. People buy with their hearts. See, this sentence is very important. Take a pause here. People buy with their hearts. Like if you are buying anything in the market, you buy that with your heart because you liked it and justify their purchases with their minds. And when you analyze that, you justify that how it is good. And for that, you are using the help of your mind to justify that how your purchase is good, how your purchase is very nice. So have the courage. Now this is for consumer. People buy with their hearts and justify their purchases with their minds. So this is the other part. Like this is a consumer or your client. Now this is you. So have the courage. What you need with you, have the courage to find your heart and put it into your brand. So simply what he is saying, this is American English, put your heart into your brand, and that heart will be sensed by the customer, and then he will publicize it with the help of his using by his mind that how your product is good. Understand? So brand is very important. It is not a logo. It is a language of the heart. It is the language of the heart. For example, why you take that? When it is a Tata, it is a Shure. whether it is the quality, it is a goodwill, everything, because that is a brand. Tata is not a logo. Tata is not a logo. Tata is a promise based on the experience. Tata is putting heart into the product. That's why people feel that the heart, there is a heart in the product, and they publicize it using their brain, using their tongue, with their friends. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. So if you want to live for reputation, put the heart into your business. Put the heart, whether it is a product or a service of your business, you put that into your business, and you will get a good reputation. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well. You earn reputation to do hard things well. That means you are doing the hard things by doing well to those things. And this is the quote by Jeff Bezos. Relationships. This is the fourth finger, very important. Business is easy. Fourth finger is also called as a ring finger. Do you remember in Western culture, if the two persons get tied together, they offer rings to each other. And what is that ring? Ring is relationships. So business is easy. People are difficult. To find a good life partner is difficult, right? So business is easy, people are difficult. And to find a good partner and develop a relationship with that partner, you have to know the importance of your ring finger. You cannot do a good deal with a bad partner. You cannot do a good business with a bad partner, because if you put a salt in a milk, is going to get spoiled. Ring finger represents relationship. There are many types of people you will have to work with. Suppose when you are in the business, you remember we saw the list of stakeholders, the different categories, right? So you are going to work with many types of people while doing your business. Approach them from their needs and not your own. Approach them from their needs and not your own. So this helps you in developing a good relationships. Partner with people who share your values, like whatever the good things, whatever the valuable things, whatever the strength you are having, right? They have they share your values with you, your attitude and your drive, and they could be a good partner for you. The more you grow through the people you surround yourself with, like the more you grow through the people you surround yourself with, the more your business will grow. The more your business will grow. So be picky, means be choosy. In the end, operations can be reduced to 3 words. And which are those 3 words? People, product, and profit. As a business, you are working with the people. You are putting your idea to produce something, and this product could be in the form of a physical product or a service provider. And ultimately, you are interested in the profit while doing that business. So in the end, all business operations can be reduced to 3 words, that is people, product, and profits. Unless you have got a good team of people, you cannot do much with the other tools. No matter what product you are having and no matter what profit you are getting, if you do not have a good relationship with your team, you are not going to be a successful, effective, entrepreneur, business person in a very, very long term. The last finger, little things that count. Many times we don't pay attention, but friend, all these 5 fingers are equally important in our hand. So small, don't feel that, don't neglect it. Little things are also equally important in a business because they are counting it much. Seek to deliver that little thing in your business that can be a big thing to your customers. The thing which you are thinking is a little could be a very big thing for the customer. So uncover your gift. Try to give this big thing to your customer through your gift. That means take that, pay attention to that little thing. Put your heart into that little thing and make a big thing for your customer. Be generous with your energy and success. Very important sentence. Be generous with your energy and success. Bring others along for the ride and reward them well. Like when you are making your journey, you are being generous with your energy and success on your ride in your life for this energy and success. Give ride, give lift to your other peoples, and also if they are doing good in making your energy and success, reward them well. Think big, set your vision high, and go for it. So for somebody may thinking big may be a small thing, right? So even if it is a small, think big. For someone to keep thinking high may be a small thing. So set your vision high and go for it. Realize that an entrepreneur's most important gift to the world is jobs, is security, and is well-being for others. To make your agribusiness effective, to make your agribusiness effective, you have to put your heart into business, because this is your gift to the world. As an entrepreneur, you are providing jobs. As an entrepreneur, you are providing security. As an entrepreneur, you are keeping the well-being for others. No matter what kind of a business you are having, no matter what kind of service you are providing, but by running a business, you are providing security, because if somebody doesn't get a good job, he will not have a good security for his life. So you are also, you may not be feeling, because for you this may be a little thing, but friend, this is not a little. By providing a job to someone, you are also securing his life. So you are helping human being. This is a gift from you as an entrepreneur to the human being. And at the same time, you are also doing a well-being for the different peoples in this world, where the meaning of the others is the people. Now, friend, this is very important, including myself, for all of you. And do you know who is your first mentor? Your mother. Mother is telling us, do this or do that. This is this and this is that. So it is important to have good advisors. As a business, when you are running a business, you require a good team of advising you. Entrepreneurs should have at least 3 advisors: chartered accountant, attorney general, and a mentor. So these 2 you are very well acquainted. I'm trying to give the value of the mentor here. Mentor should be someone who is a successful entrepreneur. Like suppose somebody is a very good academician, someone like me. But if I am not a good entrepreneur, don't choose me as a good mentor. The mentor you are choosing to do your business needs to be successful entrepreneur. In the business, you plan on entering. Not any business person, the one you have to choose the mentor from your area. The business area in which you are going to make business, you choose the successful entrepreneur from that area. He could be a good mentor for you. Many new entrepreneurs make a big mistake by asking for advice from a successful rather than from a successful entrepreneur. See, this is a very important bell ring for business people. Many new entrepreneurs make a big mistake by asking for advice from successful employee rather than a successful entrepreneur. Do you know what is the difference between these two? Employee may be good in his area. The entrepreneur is a very good in so many other areas of his business. So he has more knowledge than someone else, than the employee. One of the reasons many business fails to grow. One of the reasons many business fails to grow is because the entrepreneur has reached his or her level of incompetence. In order for entrepreneurs to grow, they need to break through their level of incompetence, which means more education, more mistakes. If you want to break this incompetence, more education through more mistakes. It might make another 10,000 mistakes. This is the example I told you. It might take another 10,000 mistakes, as Edison stated when he was asked how it felt to fail, so many times before inventing the light bulb. And this is again the quote by the famous, the large successful entrepreneurs in the USA, in the world, and also in the world, the Trump and Kiyosaki. Friends, now I just want to summarize what I try to tell and try to emphasize on you that how all these words, different words, are meaningful and important for all of us to make the agro startup business effective. Agro startup business effective. Now, a startup is a company that's in the initial stage of business. Business is any activity or enterprise enter into for profit. Entrepreneur is a person who makes money by starting or running businesses, especially when this involves taking the financial risks. The process of setting up a business is known as entrepreneurship. Agribusiness is a dynamic and systemic endeavor that serves consumers globally and locally through innovation and management of multiple value chains that deliver valuable goods and services derived from sustainable orchestration of food, fiber, and natural resources. A business idea is a concept that can be used for financial gain that is usually centered on a product or service that can be offered for money. Businesses that are focused on innovation are usually more efficient, cost efficient, and productive. Each successful company has a unique selling proposition. Profitability is a business's ability to generate earnings compared to its cost over a certain period of time. Business planning is an problem-solving process that can identify businesses, challenges, and opportunities that apply to your marketing operations, human resources, and finances, and develop strategic objectives to move your business beyond its current situation toward your future business vision. Stakeholders often include family members, employees, partners, renters, other producers, landlords, customers, resource organizations, input dealers, lenders, committee members, and veterinarians or other technical experts. Values are the standards, beliefs, or qualities that you consider worth upholding or pursuing. The 5 fingers represent the 5 key factors every entrepreneur dreaming of success must master: strength of character, focus, brand, relationships, and little things that count. To make your agro startup business effective, you pay attention to strength of character, you pay attention to the brand, you pay attention to the relationships, and you pay attention to the little things that count. And this will make you the most successful and effective entrepreneur around or surrounding your area. Business grows only if the entrepreneur grows. In other words, I will say that if you people grows, then business grows. And if business grows, we will have the good things, good jobs, good security, and well-being of our life. These are the references. And friend, I want to share with you, this one is the very good book you need to go through to make your business effective. Whether you are a business people or not, even for a layman like Ashok ji, me, and Hemant, this book is going to be very helpful. This is by the Trump DJ. This is, yes, this is the same Donald Trump, the president, ex-president of the USA. They are the most successful people in the USA. They have written the book, Why Some People, Entrepreneurs Get Rich and Why Most Don't. See the American English. Why some entrepreneurs get rich and why most don't. That means many of the entrepreneurs, they don't get success. Why they are not getting, or why these are getting success? Based on the experiences, based on their observations, based on so many success stories, they have put this book, and it is the largest selling book in the USA. This book has been sent to me by my son who is in Canada, and he insisted me 6 months back that please, Papa, go through this book and it will help you just for your day-to-day thinking also. So I thought that I have made a very nice use of this book to put you all those 5 key factors. They are from this book. I need to thank you. Thank you, Ashok ji. Thank you, Hemant. Thank you, incubation team of ICR. Thank you, director of the ICR CIRCOT, and all the team members of the CIRCOT for providing this opportunity to me to interact with so many entrepreneurs and our these applicants who are have been selected, and many of them who are in the pipeline, and many of the invitees ICR CIRCOT has invited. Probably I'm meeting, or they are maybe listening first time to me. I tried my level best to put my heart to make my presentation effective, so that this effect will reach to entrepreneurs, and it will reach again through their hearts to the different people in the world, and they could be one of the successful effective entrepreneur. Thank you very much. Now, time for doubts you are having in your mind. I may not be knowing everything, but I will try my level best to satisfy you. Thank you.
Okay, now house is open for discussion or some question or queries. Dear startups and honorable members in this lecture, kindly if in doubt, you can put before Thakur sir for clarification, or if not possible now, we will clarify you. Please be active. Now it is a 2-way session now starts. Dr. Khadi sir. PM Khadi sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir,
It was nice to participate in this, the lecture. Very good lecture. Really beautiful. I could learn many things, even though I'm having 35 to 40 years of service. But I could learn many things from the Thakurji. Really nice. And definitely it is going to be helpful to the development of entrepreneurship, to the entrepreneurs. Really nice. Actually, if you can spare the recordings, and it will be nice and it will be helpful to many. And if possible, I think I may involve Dr. Thakur in the, in our agribusiness, the lectures or the course. Thank you, for giving me an opportunity to be in this meeting. Otherwise, last minute I could able to know that this is going to be there. Then I thought of, let me participate. But I could listen from the first word to the last word. It was really wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Thakurji, and also the ICRC Record Institute for the arranging such a beautiful lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Khadiji, for your feedback.
dear participant and startups, is Dr. Khadi is a hardcore researcher in cotton. He has developed a lot of cotton varieties, and he is a person who is not of the comfort. He is always a scientist in nature. What I came to know and what I know about him, he is a very good hardcore researcher. Even if the director post is not big for him, he is such a dynamic and novel scientist in our fraternity. Really, this person, we are proud for him, Thakur sir. Okay, now other participants, please. Hello, Arvind ji.
Yes.
Hello.
Anirudh. Yes.
Anirudh ji, you just interact, please.
Yes. Hello, sir. Thank you for enlightening us with your decades of experience. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Video.
Okay, sir. It was a very well framed and thoughtfully designed presentation. We learned a lot, and definitely I will buy those books. So my question is, now I have been into the startup ecosystem for 4 or 5 years, and suppose any founder gets an opportunity to join any other startup which is already grounded off. Okay, so
Yeah.
how much stake should I ask? Because that's a very difficult, because that has already at the early growth stage, and I will be joining later as a co-founder. So how much stake I should ask?
Okay, so you mean that how many people you shall involve in your business? Is it that?
No, sir.
Stake means what?
Sir, stake means what is the share he will claim as the, suppose one startup has advanced already, but Aniruddha is joining now as a co-founder. Okay. Now, as per law, how much he should reasonably ask my stake, my share should be this much in your startup as a co-founder. It is his question.
Correct.
That means you want to tell that you want to help some other entrepreneur and you want to share your experience, something like that.
No, sir. Sir, ये technically little bit other type of questions. Sir, should I interact before on behalf? Thakur sir, if you allow me, I can.
Yeah.
Anilji, okay. Reasonably, we have to see when you join as a co-founder in the already advanced startups, you have to reasonably ask, and it's a negotiable. But as per your contribution, it should be negotiable. How much you will contribute? 20%, or even 49, 50, 51%. So it is a win-win situation at that time. At what stage you are joining? For that, I will give you one reference. That is little bit law. It is legal procedure is involved, and it is a negotiation strategy.
Okay.
What is your contribution? And
Yeah,
how
so I understood, like, suppose I understood, like, suppose based on your findings, you want to share that with someone and you want to make money, then what shall be your share or something like that you are asking?
No, sir. Yeah, definitely.
So it
Definitely,
then
I will share my experiences, my know-how. I will be the part of company which is already in the growth stage, which has completed 2-3 years, which has raised some amount. Okay, and I will be joining as a co-founder. So how much stake the co-founder should
so
ask?
yeah, understood. See, these things all depends on the negotiation, like the one with whom you want to join. You are saying, then you are having your agreements based on so many different things, and then you arrive at a conclusion.
Okay.
When you are in a business, based on your experiences, you want to take money from someone else to make successful your business, and probably based on his supply, he may have a larger share.
Here you cannot go above 50%. They will not give you more than 50%. First, this is a firm rule.
So depending on the rules and regulations, depending on the rules and regulations of the negotiation.
Suppose, for example, I am giving one example on here. One of the startup who has developed a self-cleaning, slave-cleaning chemicals, or that stain remover. So to say, stain remover. Okay. Now that stain remover fellow has in advanced stage. He is in market. He is doing well. Okay. But as a person, you have some technology which will enhance the efficacy of the stain remover. You want to join as a co-founder. At that time, that person will see that how your technology will be benefited over the parent technology. So that it will be on negotiation. They will ask you, भाई तुम्हारा percentage इतना रहेगा, तुम्हारा stakeholder इतना रहेगा, और इतना volume बढ़ेगा. That is on practical, and it is just a calculation and negotiation.
Okay, sir. Noted. Yeah.
Any other question by anybody? Please ask.
Anybody else? Arvind ji?
Startup, you interact. Friends.
Yes, sir. Arvind.
Sir. Hello.
कोई ज्यादा ये हमारा आते हैं? विनोद जी, just ask.
Good afternoon, Thakur sir. I'm Vinod Atkari.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, I have one just for information. As like these FPOs, farmers producer companies and private limited company, government is giving some soft corners or some incentive like fundings as a priority sectors through banks or some subsidies. So for a normal business startup and agri startup, so is there government has some priority to fund releasing for the agri startups? Because they are working with the farmers and all this farming community.
See, for all these agribusiness startups, whether you are going for Raftar scheme or the government other schemes, the government is providing the facilities and some subsidies, but it all depends upon what kind of business you are doing and what the rules and regulations they are having. But yes, government is very much giving preference for the agribusiness startups because they want to bring this agribusiness at the top, because the government is now in a position, government realizes that they can have a lot of earnings through exports through this agribusiness. Even in the bank loans also, they are having some these specializations and priorities for agribusiness startups. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
This Raftar is just part of that agribusiness startup actually. See, they are simply providing financial aid to the tune of 25 lakhs because whatever the business you are having, and if it is in agribusiness startup, you can you can have that help. It is in aid. Besides whatever you need, this is a small aid from the government of India to make progress on your path of agribusiness.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Pratya Rane, Ravi Shankar.
I don't have any questions, sir, today. It
Ah,
was very informational.
okay. Any question from your side?
Sir, Arvind here.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sir, currently I don't have any question. Just I want to give some feedback because regarding today's session, it was very, very informative because for me it was a refreshing of my vision about our business. It was really refreshing. And another thing, just for that 5-finger therapy, really it helps us to do the homework of ourselves. You can it is easy for us to assess our vision. So thank you, sir, for sharing such a good knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your feedback.
Pardi साहब.
यस सर, मैं प्रवीण बोल रहा हूँ.
ओके ओके सर, बोलिए सर प्रवीण जी.
सर, ये सेशन इतना अच्छा रहा कि मैं मतलब वो शब्दों में नहीं बयान कर सकता हूँ, क्योंकि मैं भी पिछले कुछ दिनों से मतलब एक 5-6 साल से बिजनेस में हूँ. कुछ साल मैंने बिजनेस मतलब कंपनी में भी काम किया है, बट हर कोई चीज का एक साइंटिफिक फ्रेमवर्क होता है. जो सर ने इतने बिल्कुल एक जो नया बंदा है उसको कोई भी मतलब एक अगर वो प्रॉपरली करता है तो उसमें 1%, 0.1% भी चांस नहीं है वो बिजनेस में फेल्योर होने का. इतना प्रॉपर, इतना मतलब ये कह सकता हूँ शॉर्ट में, इट इज अ बाइबल फॉर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. बहुत चीजों में मुझे भी कभी कंफ्यूजन था कि बिजनेस मन एंड एंटरप्रेन्योर में क्या डिफरेंस है. इसका प्रिसाइसली बिल्कुल परफेक्ट है कि कोई भी एक छोड़ नहीं सकते. जैसे खदी सर ने कहा कि ये एक कोर्स या लेक्चर की तरफ से उसको रिकमेंड करके एज अ फुल सेशन कर सकते हैं कहीं भी, इतना परफेक्टली हुआ है. और बहुत थैंक यू ने बहुत मेहनत लगा के इतना परफेक्ट बनाया है. परफेक्शन की तरफ से बहुत धन्यवाद. और अशोक जी और पूरी टीम सिलकर जो इस बहाने जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इंडिया में डेवलप हो रही है उसका आप बहुत बड़ा रोल है. और डेफिनेटली ये एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में है तो ये क्योंकि बहुत बार इंडिया में या मोस्टली महाराष्ट्र में एग्रीकल्चर एज जस्ट इनपुट डालो आउटपुट कुछ मत सोचो, इस तरह का होता है. और जो यहाँ के एंटरप्रेन्योर है वो भी एग्रीकल्चर के मतलब फार्मर्स के लड़के हैं या कहीं रिलेटिव है, तो वो भी इस तरह से ही बिजनेस कर रहे हैं कि जैसे डालो और मत देखो, करते जाओ. बट ये बिजनेस नहीं होता है. बिजनेस मतलब प्रॉफिटेबल होना चाहिए, इनोवेटिव होना चाहिए, और इसकी पूरी एक ना एक पॉइंट में सर ने जो जिसको मतलब इतने कंसाइट में 2 घंटे के लेक्चर में किया है, बहुत बहुत मतलब हम सब लोगों को फायदेमंद है और बहुत प्राउड फीलिंग है सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच टीम, सर एंड ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स।
थैंक यू सर।
सर ठाकुर साहब, ठाकुर साहब,
हाँ बोलिए।
प्रवीण जी बताए थे, इसको और भी उनको सुनने को आपको बोला, पूरा सेशन बनाए उसके लिए प्रवीण जी के लिए आपको बनाना पड़ेगा आपको अभी, एंड और भी टाइम देना पड़ेगा उसका आपको। दे आर नाउ बिकम
यस सर, इसका मतलब यूट्यूब में जाके एक लेक्चर बना के आया, मतलब इंडिपेंडेंट वो सेशन हो सकता है कोई भी किसी को।
yes yes
Yes,
sir,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Right feedback we are taken in a very good spirit, and we will do arrange with our Thakur sir. We will do definitely do something for this, for your feedback.
We will work on it and do it. Yes.
Yes.
थैंक यू।
And Pradya Rane, our lady entrepreneur, startup. बताइए सर का ये लेक्चर के बारे में। वीडियो ऑन करके बताइए आप प्रज्ञा जी।
सर ओके,
बोलिए
हेलो।
हाँ हेलो हेलो।
यस यस, बोलिए बोलिए।
सर गुड आफ्टरनून। आपका लेक्चर बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। जो डाउट्स थे वो तो सब ट्रैवल करते हैं तो केसेस विद आवर बिजनेस, ये पूरा आपने जो लेक्चर में बताया वो बहुत ही अच्छा हमें सबको यूज होगा, और आगे बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने से हम बिजनेस कैसे आगे ले जा सकते ये पूरा हमें उपयोग आने वाला है। बहुत ही अच्छा इंफॉर्मेशन था। थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू, वेरी नाइस इंफॉर्मेशन।
ये पतंगे जी, पतंगे, मिस्टर पतंगे,
मिस्टर अक्षय पतंगे।
Sir, actually why I am taking their names particularly because they are in third court for which AOP is going on. That's why I am taking their name particularly.
No problem, no problem. No, for me, no problem.
Okay. और पतंगे जी नहीं है क्या? पतंगे नहीं?
पतंगे जी सर नहीं है।
Okay, Sheikh sir, Sheikh sir.
Respected Sheikh sir.
Okay. Okay, now anybody any question or any discussion kindly tell, or otherwise we will now we are end of the session.
Anybody else want to ask something or want to share his feedback?
Sir, people are shy in nature. They are not vocal. So startups are very shy in nature. They are shy in nature. They should be interactive. जैसे प्रवीण जी इंटरेक्शन किया, बात खोल के बोल दो ना, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। तो खोल के बात करना ये भी सर आपको सिखाना पड़ेगा लोगों को। ठाकुर सर, ये भी सिखाना पड़ेगा जो खोल के।
हाँ नहीं बोले तो अच्छा ही है ना। फोन पे भी बोल सकते हैं, अभी नहीं बोले तो बाद में भी फोन करके भी पूछ सकते हैं।
ये सर नहीं, खोल के बात करना चाहिए इस सेशन में।
खुलना चाहिए ना, वही ये देखो, खुलने के लिए हृदय में जाना पड़ता है।
नहीं, स्टार्टअप को हम सेंसिटाइज करेंगे हाउ टू दे शुड इंटरेक्ट। ओके सर,
दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
Okay sir, on behalf of Sircot RABI Raftar and Sircot Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, who are sanctioning this budget for this program, and ultimately ICR, who is our parent organization, and Director Sircot, on behalf of all, from core of my heart, I am giving you lot of thanks, not only one thanks, lot of thanks for sharing your time and valuable lecture. And sir, definitely we are educated by your lecture, and this type of lecture we will be keeping in future and take the benefit of your experience of a very long career. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just take 1 minute. If you are having recording, no, you can send me, and
Yes.
if it is required, you can discuss with director. If it is required, you can put it on the YouTube also.
Yes, yes, sure, sir, sure. Yes,
And give me also the reactions and feedback also,
yes,
because it will help me.
yes, sir, sure.
Yeah.
Now we'll discuss.
Sir, now I request all participants to just start your videos so I can take a screenshot of that. Mr. Akshay Zadav, Akshay Patange.
Shall I leave Hemant?
Just a second, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
हेलो हाँ सर वीडियो स्टार्ट कीजिए वहां से
Just a second.
Okay, na? Chukam na?
Sir. Okay. Thank you all participants. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thakur sir, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah.